Welcome back. Now, we move straight to analysis of third quarter results. So we first do the banking uh, equities, where you will see GTCO, UBA, Union Bank, WEMA, Zenith, Access, and Sterling. So you will see what we did was to capture the change in the turnover, and then the change in the profit after tax, and then the earning per share, the change in the earning per share, then the PE ratio, where we wrote PER, is actually the PE ratio. The EPS yield is the earnings yield, and then the P margin is the profit margin. Now, Aruna, the star, right, of this third quarter earnings among banks are not the big names. The stars are not the big names. The star is Wema Bank. At a price of 81 kobo, the third quarter earning of 2021 grew by 90.08%, and the profit after tax grew significantly by 135.77%. In the entire industry, no organization came near this. And then we go to the profit after tax. The profit, no, I've just talked about the profit after tax, the earning per share, which was 7 kobo, moved to 16 kobo. That is for Wema Bank, selling at 881 kobo, right? The PE ratio for the third quarter is 5.01. The earnings yield 19.96%, and then profit margin 9.88. What do you have to say about Wema Bank?
There's going to be more bull run in Wema Bank. It was when it was released on Friday, the price was 74 kobo. It went straight to 81 kobo that you are reporting, which means that from Monday we are going to see more bull runs in Wema. Chances are that we touch 1 naira.
And as I can see here, the price is actually on a bull run. Are you guys not going to be taking profit going to be taking profit after 1 or 2 days of gains in this equity, as I can see?
It depends on the objective of the person that's entered. If somebody who bought at 81 kobo on Friday, why should they be selling at 10% on Monday? And depending on what you are looking for, 10% is one. You discover that the market will be ready to take it from you at that 10%.
You see, with these results from Wema Bank, the organization, if the board so decides, they can give you more than 10% of their current price as dividend, if they decide.
Yeah, they can.
I must confess that I tell you, if there is a managing director that we need to give kudos, is actually Mr. Adebisi. Well, I tell you, I've followed Wema Bank since 2000 actually, from one managing director to other, from Mr. No, there's this Alaji, I can't remember his name now, and then I think it was the one that took over from Chief Adigbite back in days, and then to that, it didn't stay long. I think he died, if I'm not mistaken, and then to Mr. Tundelemo, and from Tundelemo to Alaji Adeleke, from Alaji Adeleke to Mr. Bisi Omoyeni, from Mr. Bisi Omoyeni, then there was this issue, one managing director came in, and then they didn't stay long until it got to the hands of Mr. Oluketui. Mr. Oluketui was actually the one. Along the line, Mr. Adebisi was actually part of the team that reshaping the current Wema Bank that we are seeing here. And you see, one funny thing about this is that in technology banking, Wema Bank has always led. But maybe they are quiet about it. But I can say now that all the years that Mr. Oluketui keeps saying that they are working hard, we have started seeing it now. So it suggests that the process of appointing the new managing director to take over then from Mr. Oluketui, which is Adebisi, was actually the right decision from the board. Now, Wema Bank, I hope this is sustained. It's long. I don't remember the last time they paid dividend.
I can't. It's not in my mind at all.
Maybe this year we are expecting to see good dividend from Wema Bank. Let's move ahead. From what I can see, Aruna, looking at this report, aside from GTCO and Union Bank, Nigerian banks are actually doing wonders. That's my opinion. What do you think?
I also will corroborate that. I think it was a good thing, especially when you are looking at the COVID year. It just shows that, another thing is for opportunity to be there. It's one thing for opportunity to be there, another thing for you to take it. I think they saw opportunity. Actually, they are utilizing it. We are seeing it in their results, beginning from quarter 1 down to quarter 3.
But let's do another comparative analysis. Look at GTCO, for example. It is currently selling at 28 naira 65 kobo. Zenith is selling at 25 naira 25 kobo. But stretch it. And then we look at the turnover performance of these two institutions. GTCO actually had a decline of 3.7%. Zenith reported 1.91% growth in the third quarter turnover. Right? Looking at the figure, GTCO reported 318.5 billion, while Zenith reported 518.6 billion. Leave that. Come further. We come to the profit. GTCO reported a decline of 9.05. Zenith reported, though, marginal growth of 0.080, right? But in profit after tax, GTCO reported 129.4 million. Zenith reported 160.59 billion. Coming to the earning per share. The earning per share of GTCO for the third quarter is 4 naira 40 kobo. Zenith is 5 naira 12 kobo. Come to the PE ratio. The PE ratio of GTCO is 6.52. That of Zenith is 4.94. Come to earnings yield. GTCO reported 15.35% earnings yield. Zenith 20.26% earnings yield. It is only in profit margin of 40.63% that GTCO seemed to have surpassed Zenith of 30.96%. Why is the market not compensating Zenith appropriately? Is the market unfair?
No, I think the market has begun to compensate. At a particular point in time, there was a clear turnaround margin between Zenith and GTCO. Now, 25 to 28. So just 3 naira. I believe that over time, if this result continue at this level, it will come.
Even if this result does not continue at this level, at this immediate period, if the market does not compensate Zenith to the extent that it matches or it meets up with the price of Guarantee or GTCO and then surpasses it, then the market is not being fair.
Remember too that the market look at Zenith and the GTCO as pair. As the price of Zenith is getting closer to that of GTCO, the GTCO will also be moving.
Why will it be moving when they are declining losses?
Because, like I said, the market have seen a clear turnaround difference between them. So it cannot just wait for Zenith to come and catch up with it and overtake it.
Because again, when you are talking about dividend possibility, Zenith stands to surpass.
Zenith dividend yield has always been better than that of GTCO.
All right. Well, that is what we can say here. If you are to advise investor, which of these two would you be saying?
I will recommend Zenith.
Zenith, because the result from Zenith is actually very good. The result from GTCO is not good at all. Maybe if Malam Kurufi were to be here, what he will be telling us is that, one managing director just moved, and then this one, they are spending a lot of money. I've not seen the books well and all those, because again, their result for the second quarter was not also fantastic, yeah. And we hope to see this maybe until the audit report, maybe first quarter 2022, they will now begin to compete well enough. But from what I can see here, also going by PE ratio, Access seems to be the cheapest stocks among its peers because Access has 2.77 PE ratio. The next one is actually UBA, 2.81 PE ratio, suggesting that there is this hidden value in Access that the market is yet to unravel, to see or compensate. How long, I put the question again to you, will it take the market to begin to see this and compensate Access and put it where it actually
It will not pass this quarter four. Like I said, this is the quarter three we are looking at. By the time the market begins to factor this into its price, we won't see it where we are seeing it now.
Okay, now UBA is not also bad. Okay, fantastic result at 8 naira 60 kobo, 7.83% growth in the top line, 35.561% growth in the earnings, and that of the profit after tax. P ratio of 2.81, as I just said, earnings yield of 35.56. It is only Access that surpassed UBA in earnings yield. Others actually queued behind UBA in earnings yield. Okay, and then in profit margin, UBA now surpassed Access 21.38% and Access 17.58%. Let me put one tricky question to you. If you had to choose Access and UBA as per, which of them?
I will go for Access. And why will I go for Access? The market also is even looking at what will be the dividend at the end of the year. We can see that Access have told us in their quarter two that they have the capacity of increasing the dividend they are giving by moving from 25 kobo to 30 kobo. So moving from 25 kobo to 30 kobo means that they have entered the big league. The next thing we are going to see now is maybe above 1 naira.